Guys, your power and your potency is so incredibly strong right now. I'm hearing the energy that you're giving off now is the energy that's creating your future version of yourself. I feel like you guys demanded a change. You demanded a shift. Maybe you sat down with the universe and you said to them, hey, I need more. I need power. I need change. I need something. Maybe you surrendered and you said to God or Source or whoever and said, hey, please can you put me on my highest timeline? Please can you make me the highest version of myself that I could possibly be in this life? Help me to fulfill my fullest potential. And the universe heard you. It answered, okay? Whether that was conscious or not, maybe your soul decided you were done with your old phase and now you need a new one. Now you're this pot plant that's outgrown its old pot and needs to be repotted and put somewhere else. You finished your last phase. You've closed out that last cycle. You learned all the lessons that you needed to learn, and there were some heavy lessons in there, okay? I feel like from my collective specifically that I'm channeling for, there was a lot of abandonment wounds, there was a lot of codependency issues, maybe you had to let go of a lot of people in your life, maybe you had to fight with your anxious attachment style, your avoidant attachment style, maybe you had other people in your life that was mirroring that back to you and reflecting that back, and that was a difficult lesson for you to learn. I feel like you found your power. I feel like maybe you'd given your power away to other people in the past, or they'd stolen your power from you. They tried to intentionally take it from you because they didn't like how bright you were shining. They didn't like the light that you were naturally God-given and gifted in this life. And I feel like you noticed that and you changed, you shifted, you made a new choice, you made a new decision. You chose yourself. Instead of people-pleasing and giving your power away to everybody else around you, you chose to give it back to yourself. And you decided you were never going to give it to anybody else again. You're never going to give it back to anybody. I feel like you're a lot more intentional about your power right now. And you're more intentional about where you're placing your energy and where you're placing your focus. And I feel like a lot of your focus is on you right now. And that's where it's supposed to be. That's where it should be. But I feel like you're now in this void stage, right? Where everything from the past is flowing away from you, and it's divinely guided. If you feel like your life is being shaken up right now, if things are a mess, if things are falling apart, if maybe more negatively perceived things are happening in your life, that is for a purpose, because the universe is stripping away what does not serve. And that's hard. When that tower moment happens, validate yourself. Tell yourself, yes, okay, this is hard, but it's for my highest good. Know that you're going to see the other light. Know that you are safe and protected in the moment where the tower falls, because it is meant to fall. It's your ego that's freaking out right now. It's your ego that's stopping you from seeing the light shining at the end of the tunnel. Walk towards that light, because that is where you need to be. You will find your own internal resonance within that space. I feel like within this void stage, maybe you're unsure of yourself, maybe you're doubting yourself, maybe you have a lot of imposter syndrome. That's so totally normal. That's nearly meant to happen, because it is meant to happen, because it's showing you where your weaknesses are. It's showing you where that next level of life needs to be. It's showing you where your cracks are within your foundation for you to be able to fill them up with concrete before you step into this next phase, because you have to step in with solidness and stability internally within yourself. It's your root chakra that you've been working on, and it's your solar plexus chakra that's awakening and opening. If you can feel anything in the pit of your stomach and it's pushing outwards, that is your solar plexus. That is what it's awakening within you right now. That is what you're working on and working towards. Maybe you struggled with safety and security in your past. Maybe you always felt unsafe in whatever situation you were in, and you find it so hard to actually regulate your nervous system. You found it so hard to stop your anxiety from overtaking you. And that is because you had an unbalanced solar plexus and unbalanced root chakra in your lifetime. And I feel like that's the part of yourself that's shining through. I'm seeing so much yellow and so much orange right now. That's the part of yourself that is coming through, and it's this version of yourself that you've never been before. I think you can see who you are in your mind, and you can see the version of yourself you're becoming, but you've never truly embodied that version of yourself before. And maybe that's why this imposter syndrome is coming up right now. Your imposter syndrome is only there because you're not living the version of yourself that mentally you can see yourself as. And the only way to get rid of that imposter syndrome is to go and do the actions. to go and embody that version of yourself. If you want to be a piano player, get up and go play the piano every day. If you want to be able to speak Spanish, get up and go speak Spanish every day. If you want to get up and be a motivational speaker, get up on a stage and talk to people every day. Don't hold yourself back and think, okay, but I can't be a motivational speaker, but I can't go and play my piano because I'm not that yet. You will only become that through action. And the first few times that you do it, you will stumble. You will fall because it's unfamiliar to you. And your ego is going to fight you because you have a certain perception of yourself that you hold internally within you that does not like to change. Your ego will fight you to keep you safe. But it's not keeping you safe right now. It's just keeping you stuck and stagnant. And you're going to get more and more frustrated the more you allow your ego to be in charge of you. Okay. I have the Two of Cups, the Eight of Swords, Temperance, and the Devil. Your imposter syndrome is just in your mind. And it's your thoughts that are holding you back from stepping into this new level. You have everything going for you. You have everything in your life that you currently need right now to achieve your goals, to achieve your dreams, to achieve whatever it is that you want in your life, and to continue moving forwards and leveling up in life. It is your own mind that is stopping you. You have trained your brain to only see the negative. And I feel like that's because you saw the light in so many people in your life, and you saw the light in everything, and you got burned one too many times. And I feel like now you're very tentative to step forwards into the light, because now you've nearly found safety within the darkness. You found safety within seeing other people's shadows and within seeing your own shadow, because when you can analyze something and you can understand something, it becomes less scary. And I think you've spent a lot of time in the dark, a lot of time doing shadow work, a lot of time facing your own fears, and internally discovering the parts of yourself that needed to be worked on, and needed to be loved, and needed to be given grace. And now you've finished with that phase, but your mind hasn't caught up yet. You haven't realized that now it's safe to step into the light. You don't have to continue looking at your darkness. You've done enough work in that area in order to now be able to step into this light. But the thing is, you're resisting this change. You're resisting stepping into the version of yourself that you need to be to attain your goals. If you're trying to manifest something right now, and it's not coming in and it's not coming through, and it's this big life-changing thing, right? It's not a little manifestation here and there. You're like trying to manifest a lifestyle shift. The reason it hasn't come in for you yet is because you're still perceiving yourself in the old way, which was necessary for the time. You needed that because you were in survival mode, and you had to survive the circumstances that you were in while you were going through your healing journey, while you were processing all those difficult, hard situations and emotions that were coming up within you. But now you're being called into balance. That's what the Temperance card is here for. You're being called into this balance. Your pendulum needs to swing from one side to the other. And you have to allow that to happen. You have to allow the centeredness. I was called to wear this necklace before I put the video on. I didn't know why. I just thought, oh, I'll just put a necklace on. I'm realizing now that's where the pendulum is. It's the center of your heart. You've been in your lower, denser energy for so long. You need to open your heart. You need to awaken your heart again. You need to trust that your heart is actually trustworthy to you. You need to trust yourself. Trust that you have the discernment. Trust that you have the knowledge and the power internally within you to be able to see the darkness once again if you need to, and have that discernment if a situation comes up, to be able to set your boundaries, to be able to move away from a negative situation if you need to. But don't let that overcome your life. Don't let that take over everything. Don't let that be your predominant thought in life. Yeah, look, there's the Death card on the bottom of the deck. It's time to let that go. It served a purpose. That mentality served a purpose. But now it's holding you back. Because with this Devil card, he's in chains. But the chain is broken. If you look really closely, the chain is unlocked. It's open. Your shackles have been released already. The cage has been opened. View yourself as a little bird. I'm seeing a little bird in a cage. And the cage is unlocked. The door is open, but you're still sitting in the cage. And you know the cage is unlocked. But you're too afraid to fly forwards because you don't know what awaits you on the other side. You're being called not to hold yourself back. Nothing else is holding you back right now. And you may not know where you're going, and you might be intimidated by the path ahead of you because it's the unknown and the unfamiliar. But just because you haven't walked that path before doesn't mean that it's unsafe. I'm hearing someone in their mind say, oh, it's better the devil you know. You know that expression? It's not. It's not better the devil you know. Yeah, we have the Chariot. This is a card of movement. It's a card of forward progression, but it's a card of fearless progression forwards. It's not reckless. It's just an intentional sense of movement. If you're intentional about your next steps, there's no need to be fearful. That doesn't mean to go rushing in a radical sense. It does mean a calculated, estimated movement, but it's still movement nonetheless. You're being called to familiarize yourself with the unknown. Step into your power in a new sense, in a sense that you've never felt before. And you might stumble, you might take 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but you're still progressing because you're still learning new things along the way. And with every step forward you learn is every step of wisdom that you'll have to take with you to be able to use to your advantage in the future. You cannot stay where you are right now. You cannot stay stuck. You cannot stay stagnant. The universe is calling you forwards. This is your sign and your symbol to step into your power truly and fully and wholly. Focus on yourself. Focus on your intentions for your life. Know that the universe is behind you. Trust yourself. Trust God. Trust Source. Yeah, look, it's the Ace. It's the Ace of Wands. Your power is in your own hands. It's up to you what you create out of this power. Nobody can take this away from you. You should be excited. I can feel so much excitement coming through this card. You have all the magic you need at your fingertips right now. This is like a statement of encouragement. I think this is just God or the universe giving you the green light and the go-ahead to do what you love and to be passionate about it. Be passionate about life and about yourself and about the people around you. It's a very inventive energy. It's a very creative energy. If there's something that you want to create, if you're wanting to start your own business, if you're wanting to start a new job or a family or whatever it is, this is your green light. Have courage and step forwards. I'm seeing the lion roaring, the Leo. Look at the Two of Cups. Look how deeply they fall into each other. This is the passion that you need to have in your own life. This is how deeply you need to fall into yourself, into your own life. Use your past wisdom. Use all the tools available to you. You went and learned those lessons for a reason. You didn't learn them just to be able to put them in your back pocket and move on. You have learned these lessons to be able to tolerate this new phase in your life, to be able to be strong enough to continue forwards. There's so much excitement in this new version of life that's coming through. Is there any other messages, please, my angels and my spirit guides? Don't tolerate less. I just heard someone say, don't tolerate less. Yeah, look at the Magician. That's your power. That's your alchemy right now. You are alchemizing into the better version of yourself. This void stage that you're in is not going to last forever. And we have the Four of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I can see the fear. The fear in losing what you have in order to not gain anything in the future. It's like, what if the grass is not greener on the other side? That's the fear. That's what's holding you back right now. You can't guarantee that whatever it is that's in your future is going to be better than what you had before. But I can see that energy. I can see that purity, that light, that abundance. All the work that you've been doing on yourself is paying off. You've now reached that higher vibrational frequency that the universe has no choice but to match that. The universe has no choice but to bring you the love in your external world that you've been giving to yourself internally. You have this. You've got this. Everything good is meant for you. What is for you will not pass you. Don't let fear stand in your way. Yeah. That's the Queen. Take control of your own mind. This is the Queen of Swords. Sit with confidence within yourself, within your own life, within your own direction. And if you find that you walk in a certain direction and you're not sure of it, and you discover later on that it's not the right path, change your direction. Nothing is lost. Nothing is ever wasted. Whatever you've learned by going down that path, even if you turn around and redirect yourself, was always meant to happen. Trust life's little detours, because you will learn something from that, whether you know it or not. You're always learning. You're always progressing. Don't be afraid. You've learnt your lessons. It's time for newness. Okay. Yeah, the Tower came out at the last minute. This is your Tower moment. If everything is falling apart, don't be afraid of that. It's all divinely guided. It's all meant to happen. You have everything you need at your fingertips to be able to progress to this next phase in life. And God just wants you to trust. This is just a message of confidence to boost you up, to allow you to have faith to step into that next phase and take that leap of faith. Because what is for you is meant for you, and there's a whole world waiting for you to discover it. Thanks so much, guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope this message resonated with you. As always, take what's resonating and leave the rest. I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.